Okay, 25.
Bring the pain time.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. And let's take a look now at some numbers for Derek Lively.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Dallas Mavericks. Najee Marshall is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Derek Lively. And it's Davis in at the 2-guard spot. And for Chicago, we've got Buzelis. MP is out there with Kobe White. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. When you take a look at how the standings are shaping up, RJ, how badly do teams in the playoff mix want that home court advantage?
You want home court for as many rounds as possible. It's not a necessity, but it's definitely a plus. We'll see if the top teams are able to maintain their hold on it moving forward. This is what makes Kyrie so difficult to contain. He can pull up anywhere at any time.
And stolen by Irving. Inside, here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And the shot goes.
Oh, my. Powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
Outside Davis. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Davis can't hit. Pass to MP. Dosunmu for 3. Drops in the 3.
Showing a good IQ for the game. MP feeding a guy ready to score.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Irving. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Buzelis to the inside. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Buzelis.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far a perfect 3 of 3 to start the game.
Davis, the pass to Lively. And here is Irving to halt the run. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Look, he is a 50, 40, 90 guy, right around 40% from the three-point line. Kyrie deserves more respect for his deep game.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
And so it's Dallas with it. The Bulls making their last shot. And the shot's good by Irving.
He's 3 of 4 now, looking real confident out the gate.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. And the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Marshall. The Bulls making their last shot. On the wing, Irving. 6 on the shot clock. The three-pointer off the mark. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Hernandez is good. Amir.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Now here's Davis. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Irving for 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls leading by 3. Here's Hernandez. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hernandez got 8.
You want to get the ball to MP around the hoop. That was a good job there.
Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And that was good.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Marshall. Back to Irving, looking to end the run. Another shot. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
MP again. He's got 12.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry them to this one.
And most of the arena was...
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Irving. Oh, MP with a block.
Strong defense. MP just understands when he should try to go after the block.
On the court right now for the Mavericks. We've got P.J. Washington. Davis out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Derek Lively. And it's Prosper in at the 4. Washington outside. Dallas no good that time either. Grant outside. Back to MP. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Pass to Prosper. Outside Davis. His first shot coming late. It's rebounded by Grant.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Oh, it's pure again. He's now a perfect 10 for 10 in this one.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Prosper. Shot to stop the run. On target from range. Prosper's got 8.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win now mode, Allie. Thank you. Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
After nailing 3 trays to start this game, he's gone silent here in the second quarter.
And the basket by MP.
When it comes to changing ends, MP does it like only a young man can.
Now Irving. He had 22 in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well.
Got it.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Grant finds MP. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. MP's got 24 points.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Irving looking around. Lets it go from deep. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Nasumu, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Kobe White in for Giddey. Here's MP. Pass to Vucevic. Back to MP. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist. He's got 26.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Here's Hardy. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Davis, the pass to Marshall. Fade away. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Chicago Bulls continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break.
What Kenny got to say about me, bro? What did Kenny and Shaq got to say? You got to stress the rhythm in game. We're bringing the Bulls.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Dallas Mavericks.
I don't see the fight. They're getting pushed around. You really see it on the glass.
They need some of that diesel energy in the paint.
They can use his size as well.
Now let's change gears.
Can't stop that, man. 5,000, 3 billion. What do you mean, bro? Can't stop that, man, bro.
The celebrations on and
They don't have me in the All-Star game at all, bro.
What do you mean, man?
It's like Vegas. What you do there stays there.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow
I'm
of the offense.
I got to learn. I got to play
MP
my
is
free
out there with
throws.
Kobe White. Then it's Buzelis.
Yeah,
Then there's
my free throws,
Nasumu.
yeah.
And it's Vucevic in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, compliment. Thank you, B.A. Look, I knew I had to adapt, or I would have been out of league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
Outside Davis. Back to Irving. The 3-ball. The shot, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Hernandez. Banked it in off the glass. Hernandez got 30.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the 76ers put on a show. He added 61 points, and that's a season high for him. What an offensive performance. Truly one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, BA. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
To the middle. They need this. Tries again. And it's Irving missing.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Ooh, coming out hot. 4 out of 4 for the field. Okay.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Marshall. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
Hernandez, and he gets that one. Hernandez got 6 points in the quarter.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Shoots from 14. Count it. Good.
I love seeing Irving's work in the mid-range, intelligent at reading the defense and recognizing when to take these shots.
And MP throws it down.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Pass to Marshall. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball.
They just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
A line change here.
A lot of green spots.
Taking a look at the Mavericks. They've got Kyrie Irving. Williams is out there with Washington. Then it's Hardy, and it's Prosper in at the 5, roaming the paint. Irving, the pass to Williams. 6 to shoot, and there's a pick. No good on the 3. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. That one goes in. Hernandez got 10 points in just the second half.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Pass to Prosper. Here's Washington. Irving for 3. Knocks down the triple. Irving's got 24.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Here's MP. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Irving, no good.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
To the paint. MP, the pass to Giddey. Here's Hernandez. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. Irving's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fires the 3. Another miss by Irving. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Hernandez, pass to Williams. Back to MP. Another one goes. Incredible.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, he's now 5th in number of 40-point games over a single season.
Oh, one of the more bankable scores this league has seen. You have to marvel at his consistency. And it's Washington missing. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
The Mavericks have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Irving, the pass to Washington. There's a screen for 3. He buries it from 3.
Now, Kyrie has the ability to rack up a ton of assists. He knows how to find the open man.
Back to MP. And he makes it. MP's got 44.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Irving for 3. And Dallas hits again from deep.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Irving with it. Guarded now by Williams. Deflected. Ball passes to Hernandez. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 3rd assist of the night. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Here's Williams. Chicago with a rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Bulls.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And tonight, a fantastic effort to deliver their 48th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what...
Again! What an avalanche!
And this guy is just a historically great scorer.
And he stands alone with the 5th most career 50-point performances.
Yeah, only Harden, Kobe, MJ, and Wilt have more. That's a who's who of great scorers.
And good! There's another!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Pass to Prosper. To end the run. And it's Irving missing.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
MP finds Kitty. Back to MP. Now here's Smith. Uses the glass on the layup.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Outside Irving. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence,
what do you mean, bro?
flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Not even Shaq could dominate a game on offense like that. I gotta get up early tomorrow to wait in line for some barbecue. No overtime tonight, okay? Another month, another award for MP.
Hey, Phil's. Oh, Phil's gone.
Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Chicago Bulls in this one as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks at the American Airlines Center. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Wednesday, the Atlanta Hawks come into town. That will tip off a home
Hey, Phils, I got GOAT momentum, bro.
On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. GOAT momentum.
Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Kobe White, and it's Hernandez in at the point guard. And for the Mavericks, Irving is out there with Karis LeVert. Then it's Derek Lively, then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Marshall in at the 3 slot. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And on the way from Irving for 3, that one's in, his first shot this game.
Boy, the range of Kyrie and the quickness and efficiency with which he gets it off. Look out.
An MP with the basket on the assist by Vucevic.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Pass to Marshall. Lively with it. There's the 3. Hernandez pulls it in. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls.
Nice work to get it inside and drop contact.
Bulls shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And so he hits both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
LeVert the pass to Lively. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, when you talk about Derek Lively, the first thing that strikes you are his physical tools, length, athleticism, great motor. But I also like the maturity from this young man.
And he can't get the first one. That one is no good. Here's White. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Davis looking for an opening. And Irving launches it from deep. Off target from outside. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. It's a 3-point game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Now, here's Marshall. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's MP. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Here's Davis. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. White, wide open. He fires. Chance there to push into double digits, but it's off the mark. On the wing, Irving. White covering. Pass to Davis. Over Buzelis. Davis can't get that one to fall. Now the Bulls with it. A nice run going 12 in a row. And it's White missing.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
To the paint. MP kicks to Vucevic. Here's MP. Nails it from the high post. MP's got 10 points.
You have to be willing to take the mid-range, folks. It makes your game that much more dynamic. MP showing you he's got that.
Down low. And finished off by Lively.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. To the inside. Here's Hernandez. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Irving passes to Marshall. Outside, Davis fires for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
And, of course, playing against their NBA Finals opponent from a season ago, they hoisted the Larry O'Brien Trophy and sent this club home empty-handed.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Inside, here's Irving. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. That's now 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And there's the bucket from MP.
MP showing he's willing to engage the contact in the painted area. Overcome the challenges, young sir.
Outside, Davis. LeVert kicks to Marshall. That's good. That's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists now in this one. Out to the right wing. To the middle. Here's MP. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 16.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Here's Irving.
Dad.
The layup missed. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Bulls lead by 10. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Dad. Dad.
And if you're just tuning in, Buzelis is checked in for Williams. White comes in for Grant. And MP subbed in for Dosunmu. And the Mavericks with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Buzelis out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's MP. And it's White in at the 2. However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English, polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is he seems content and happy.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys. MP, in the last time out against the Mavericks, lit up the floor. He finished with 52 points, and he got lots of great looks. He's shooting it at a high clip. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Great, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Hernandez, and MP throws it down.
I tell you, sometimes you can make a statement with a dunk. MP, yes, sir.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's LeVert. Nothing on the board. Davis sets a screen. Here's Marshall. It's rebounded by Giddey.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And it's White missing.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Irving. He had 27 points last game. Misses from short range. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Hernandez can't get it to go.
Yeah.
Mavericks trail by 8.
Yeah.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had
I'm
one
not there.
since.
And really keeping the ball hopping around.
What are you doing? You're home already?
Dallas shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. No good from Irving.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Buzelis, no one around him. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. That's now 8 points for Buzelis. And so it's MP making things happen.
Buzelis going off, bro. The paint. The paint area, bro.
He's torched them for 24 points so far. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thanks for joining us. And first off, let's take a look at the Players of the Week. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really that wax he put on his head. Oh, my God, it's just glaring in my eyes.
Well, it deflects away the haters like you, Kenny. Glad to know it's working.
You have any extra, Biggin?
You don't need it, Ernie. You always shine.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Dallas Mavericks.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
They've got Anthony Davis, LeVert out there with Irving. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Marshall in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
It's stolen by Buzelis. Face break, Chicago. Here's White. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Marshall. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Irving misses.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Chalk up 2 there. White's got 7.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Irving passes to Marshall. Irving against MP. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Here's a look at some of the stats for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, he's fighting it a little bit at the free throw line. In the past 10 games, the stroke just hasn't been what we saw earlier in the season. He'll be trying to right that ship here tonight.
Now, here's MP to the paint. Banked in off the glass. MP's got 28.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Rick, I see you are a retard.
Offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. The field for the three-point contest is about to be finalized. And I'll tell you, we have some shooters here who are going to make this year's event a very heated competition.
Kevin, it always is. There's more pride involved in the three-point contest than in any other part of All-Star Weekend.
Ricky.
Each one of those guys wants to prove they are the best shooter in the world.
I see you.
He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend, but maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
The voting is just about over, so we'll keep updating you on how it's going. Some very deserving names at the top of this year's list.
Yeah,
Ricky Redard.
Thus far, I think the fans and media have done their homework and picked the best shooters in the league.
Here's Irving.
Ricky Redard, 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 Ricky Redard. At the K, P-hyphen you have my attention. Stop spamming words/phrases, warning. At the K, P-hyphen come on. Stop spamming words/phrases, warning. Ricky Redard. Ricky Redard, 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 Ricky Redard.
MP's got 34 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Davis with a screen on MP. Fires the three. Another miss by Irving.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that stalled out right
I love hating you.
White's got 7 now in this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game.
Enter a message. Ricky Hernandez, refugee.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Got that one up quick. Hernandez has got 38 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
Ricky Redard, 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 Ricky Redard. At the K, P-hyphen hey, chill out. Stop spamming words/phrases.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Outside, White. Inside, Irving with the steal. It's Levert on the
Ricky
wing.
Redard.
And that one drops. Irving's got 23.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
As we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Bulls just dominating this one. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Enter a message.
Teams making substitutions here. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's MP. It's MP muscling his way for two.
Gets the ball inside and gets it done. Nice work by MP.
So for Chicago right now, Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White. Then it's Dosunmu. And it's Hernandez in at the point. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hernandez has got 42 in the game.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Irving. Here's Dosunmu.
Enter a message.
And Lively pulls it down. And so Marshall will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Shot from free throw range. And Irving gets it to go on the assist from Marshall. Marshall's got 3 assists tonight. The Bulls leading by 9. MP outside to the inside. Oh, MP makes it look easy.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Down low, here's MP. And MP throws it down.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Chicago.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Count it. MP's got 50 points.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Lively finds Irving. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to MP. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Davis. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Great win tonight, MP.
Not even Shaq could dominate a game on offense like that. You ready to give these fans what they paid for? Let's keep this winning streak going.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at Miami, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at Chicago, they've really lived up to the hype surrounding them this year, proving they're at the absolute top of their game.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Bulls, Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Kobe White. And it's MP in at point guard. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And we got to talk about MP for a moment here. Just selected to his second All-Star game.
And you can tell how much it means to him. His first All-Star appearance was huge for his confidence. And now, after this second one, he has his sights set on making as many as he can. Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for him.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And here's Young. An important scorer for this team, averaging around 25.5 a game. Okongwu against Vucevic. 5 to shoot. Here's Daniels. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a three-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that.
Young. Chicago grabs the miss. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Atlanta with the ball. After the basket by Chicago. Risache, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Back to MP. Pass to Vucevic. Goes up on the baseline. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now. Starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Chicago leading by 8. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Mavericks was tremendous. He dropped 50 points, and they just couldn't stop him. Every time he let it go, you expected it to go in. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
The Bulls making a switch here. Giddy's checked in. Okongwu, a screen on Giddy. The three from Rizashe. And Atlanta misses again. And here's Chicago. They're on a 15-5 run. And it's Giddy missing. Hawks trail by 10. Pass to Rizashe. From the arc. They get the rebound. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
Well, we've got a developing story here. Standing by remotely, we go to our 2K insider, Shams Charania, for the details.
Thanks, Brian. Today, the story is about the Philadelphia 76ers and the trade with the Utah Jazz. They scooped up Lauri Markkanen, and he's going to be a significant perimeter threat for this team. His career has accelerated through his 20s, and so has that confidence in shooting from range and playing all over the floor. And to find out with his size and rebounding, it's easy to see how big of an asset he'll be for this new coaching staff.
All right, Shams, thank you. Much appreciated. Here's Young. The Bulls making their last shot. Three-pointer. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Back to MP. Pass to Giddy. Here's Buzelis, covered by Johnson. Down low. Here's Hernandez, and he converts the layup. MP's got 14 points for the game.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Now here's Young. 32 points for him last game against Portland.
Look, he kept finding ways to get to the free throw line. He knew the other team couldn't stop him, so he just continued to punish them at the line.
Vucevic's shot is off. Hawks trail by 8. The three from Rizashe. No luck on that one.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Now Young. Give him 8 points now. The three is up. That shot is off. MP way outside. And that's not going to go. MP getting it done for Chicago. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. We welcome you back to... Buzelis is checked in for Reith. White comes in for DeSumo. And MP subbed in for Melton. And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Tucker. Johnson comes in for O'Neal. Rizashe, he's checked in for Krejci. And Daniels is subbed in for Mann. And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. Rizashe and Johnson, they're the forwards. Bryson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Lots of Grants in the NBA over the years. Jeremy Grant acts like a guy who grew up around the league. You can really see it, Coach.
Well, Brian, he really did grow up around the league, and really just a high IQ player, great in the locker room, gives you great energy and effort every night.
And Atlanta with possession here. Chicago making their last shot. Back to Johnson. Here's Rizashe. Yet to see a basket. Clock at 6. From deep. Buzelis grabs the board.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
And Atlanta misses again.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Hernandez getting it done inside. MP.
They're really working the paint now.
A minute 15 left to play in the first half of basketball. Outside Young. Will it go? Nails it from beyond the arc. Young's got 9 points in the quarter.
That's his third triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Hernandez is good. Nick.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Daniels. From deep, Johnson. And it's Kitty with a rebound. Kitty's got 4 rebounds in the game. Grant with it, covered by Johnson. Grant, the pass to Hernandez. The rebound by Atlanta. They're coming off that loss against Portland.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
And the shot goes in.
I just love the ball movement.
Young looking over the floor. Inside, it's Trae Young.
One of the elite scorers in this league. Trae Young with another big night. He is relentless.
And here's Grant from the arc. Hits the trifecta. Grant's got 7 points in the game.
That's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. More 2K action in just a moment.
The bang of ball. Man, no, bro. We need that.
Welcome to halftime, folks. Before we talk about the game, let's check out who won Player of the Month in both the East and West. For the Western Conference, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately for this guy. Victor, 7'4". This dude is 7'4". Folks, I mentioned because skills-wise, he's kind of like a small forward.
Lots of great NBA players from France, but he has a good shot at being the best of that group. And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Bulls.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look. Not complicated at all.
I disagree. Patience and perspective is complicated. That's why many teams can't do it.
And that'll do it for us.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Hey, you look at MP in this game. He's been everywhere.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's MP. Then there's Dosunmu. And it's White in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Billy Donovan getting going here in the second half. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA?
Star treatment? What is that, BA? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
And the shot goes down.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
Pass to Daniels. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by White. With his first shot attempt. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist by MP. MP's got his 6th assist of the night. Pass to Johnson. Inside. It's tipped. And it's Dosunmu with a rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Hernandez is good. And it's an 11-point Chicago lead.
Well, high percentage looks are always a good idea. MP could build a career on shots like that if he wanted.
Back to Young. Goes back up. Chicago with a rebound. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Here's Buzelis. It's rebounded by Rizachet.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Pass to Young. Shoots over White. The 3 from Rizachet. The shot won't fall.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Here's Daniels. Chicago making their last shot. Outside Young. To end the drought. Pass to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. And Atlanta misses again. Bulls leading by 13. To the inside. Hernandez. And MP throws it down.
There you go, MP. Hammer it home, young fella.
Atlanta with the ball. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. For Chicago, Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Dosunmu. Melton comes in for White. And changes. Tucker's checked in for Okongwu. O'Neal comes in for Johnson. And Krejci subbed in for Daniels. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. They've got Terrence Mann. He's out there with Trae Young. And it's O'Neal in at the 4 spot.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Back to MP. And that one drops. And the Bulls lead by 17.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Here's Young, and there's the drive. Young blitzing his way to a bucket.
Well, look, because of his shooting ability, you have to get up on Young, but then that makes it even easier for him to blow by you.
Basket counts. Hernandez got 34 points.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Outside Young. Fires the 3. Chicago with a rebound.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring output.
Young can't hit.
They're just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Oh, Grant throws it down.
And a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way for Grant. He finds a way to make the most of his chances.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And MP gets it to go on the assist from Grant. Hernandez got 38 points. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here.
Hello?
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Young, the pass to Daniels. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Back to Young. To stop the run. Sends it home from three-point land. Young's got 29 points.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence.
Good. He hits again.
I mean, yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point games in a single year.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Barlow. Johnson comes in for O'Neal. And it's Rizeshe in for Mann. To the middle. Wide open. Here's Young. And a nice finish on the layup. Young's got 31 points.
Such a creative finisher. Young will find a way, even with the defender all over.
Hernandez is good. I'm in.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Young from long range knocks it down from distance. Young's got 15 points here in the second half.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Rizeshe. Jacks up a 3. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got 8 rebounds in the game.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
To the paint. Here's Hernandez. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Hernandez got 48.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And that one drops for him. Young's got 39.
Well, Young is so tenacious that it balances out any of the size differential in the paint.
Oh, connects again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Young with it. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
bring the effort tonight.
Notification. Notification select. Switch over. Game base. Game base selected. Parties. Messages. Discord. Parties. Stop. Gang. Joinable. Join. Start. Party. Messages. Party. Message. Then ready voice. Game. Messages. Parties. Join. Then adding voice trust. Joinable. Recent. Joinable. That's into that. Join. Joinable. Parties. Ending in 2K25.
Not even Shaq could dominate a game on offense like that. Tough game tonight. Lock in.
Feeling you, FP.
Fans live for games like this one.
It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA in all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
Well, you look at Porzingis, he's there in the top 10 in the Eastern Conference voting. The fans have really gotten behind him.
And that's the way it should be. Kevin, you could make a case that he should be a starter, but there are just so many great players in the East. Just being in the top 10 shows how much respect the fans have for him.
And with the starting 10 duly elected, don't forget to tune in this February for the NBA All-Star Game. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And there's Porzingis, then it's White, and it's Davison in at the point. And for Chicago, MP out there with White. Then it's Bruce Ellis, then it's Dosunmu, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. And now, let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, Kevin. Tonight we'll be featuring 2 MVP candidates, each one making his case as to why he should win the award. MP told me that Jason Tatum has set the bar for how to score in this league, and that he seems to add a new move every year. MP also said that Tatum might not be the only one to have something new to share here. Guys?
How about that? At the very least, he knows how to create anticipation. I like that. Nice tease, TA. Thanks. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Good.
That is a play that is beyond his years. MP takes the contact and still gets it to fall.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside Tatum. Ellis grabs the board. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
The Celtics have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the inside. Out to White. And Here is Tatum. He had 25 points last game. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The height of Porzingis gives him the edge on that offensive glass, and he uses it.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And that one, good. Hernandez has got 6. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And, Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
It's Brown on the wing. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And Vucevic pulls it down. Chicago with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And the basket by MP.
This is what the coaches are telling MP. No one can guard you in there. Go eat.
Here's Davison. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game, and he gets the bucket.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Now here's White. 7-point differential. Count it. He's got 12.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. From outside, off the mark.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Some changes for Chicago. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in. Timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against Atlanta had a huge game. He tallied 50 points, and he was dialed in, made most of the shots. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Grant is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Dosunmu. Then it's MP. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
Here's Shireman after the Bulls pick up 2. Here's Exum. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Ah, there's Tatum's range on display.
With his touch, Tatum's a threat from anywhere.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Cato. Here's Shireman. Shot clock at 6. A beautiful reverse layup. Shireman's got 6 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in. Oh, I see you, big fella.
Can you believe that?
When he took off, I was not expecting that. You see that youthful exuberance from MP on that finish.
Here's Tatum. 11 points in the game.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the half. Cato's shot is off. Best outing for Chicago. They won that game against the Atlanta Hawks.
And I tell you what, the margin of victory speaks for itself in that one. Just a very confident bunch right now, especially in that second half.
The Anthony Melton. He's checked in for Dosunmu. Tatum passes to Keita. Over Giddey. Boston again missing.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
And another turnover here by Chicago. And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month, MP.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Drops in the tray.
That is just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Hernandez. MP finishes inside.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Inside. Davison's shot's good. Davison's got his second bucket of the night.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
And Vucevic kicks to White. Here's Hernandez. MP strong inside.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the paint. Here's Wiseman. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their 50th win in their last game.
Hey, you love to ensure a winning season, and most NBA teams, even great ones, consider this a major accomplishment.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Davison. He had 13 points in the win against Houston.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and piling up the assist. Why fade away there? Just making the shot more difficult, if you have to ask me.
MP getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. He's up to 26 points in the game now. Just keeps pouring in the buckets. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break.
Their offense is flowing. Guys are getting into their spot. The ball is finding them. Great execution so far, guys.
I'd say our halftime show is going just as smoothly. And now to some other news. We've got some trades to talk about.
An intriguing move for them. Landing Markkanen. Man, he'll help that space that they create on the floor. He'll open up the offense, and he could be a nice piece that they can keep for a long time.
Yeah, he's certainly grown since he came into the league. Teams have to guard him. And I'll tell you one thing about Markkanen, Kenny. He can finish. You get it? He's finished.
Oh, finish.
And he can finish.
That was deep.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shot within the flow of the offense.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Derek White. And it's Davison in at the one spot. And it's White missing.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, he sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screen. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Jaylen Brown.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Bulls moving the ball around. And there's the bucket from MP.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Davison. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Outside Tatum. And White kicks to Brown. Off target from three-point range. The Bulls leading by 5. MP left side. MP keeping his balance right there.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Brown outside. Shoots over Dosunmu. Brown, no good. For Chicago, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Celtics trail by 9. Outside Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Buzelis.
It's crazy. He's growing taller. He's adding more muscle. Tatum just...
Boston shooting the ball at 42%. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Josh Giddey, DeAnthony Melton out there with Grant. Then it's MP. And it's Reed in at center. And he goes in for the dunk.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
So it's Boston now. A 12-point game. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Shireman, good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
To the middle. Here's MP. Good, and Grant gets the assist. MP's got 38 points.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Exum deciding where to go with it. Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Exum. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel confident.
And another one falls.
Hats off to him. I mean, he's got the longest 40-point streak in history.
Unreal. He's been on a scoring binge the likes we have never seen before. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Listen in to what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, he wants them to stay focused on teamwork out there. He said, let's keep communicating, keep talking. We got to help each other out there. Coach thinks that team effort is what's needed here. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Round the pass to Porzingis. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Buries it from three-point range.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Over to the left wing. Back to MP. That one falls. MP's got 42 in the game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Tatum on the wing. Fades and shoots. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Hernandez. The rebound by Davison. Celtics trail by 13. Brown finds Tatum. Tatum downhill. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. There's the triple. Tatum with another miss.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And MP's teammates appreciate this. He understands how valuable passing is to team chemistry, and he learned it quickly.
Outside, White. Pass to Davison. Misses the three. Chicago leading by 15. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's MP. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Sheer effort from the young MP in close.
Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games. You know this is coming with Brown. He is a ruthless sniper outside.
Now the Bulls with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Buzelis' shot is good.
Hey, guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Okay, I'm going to explain what he did here. It's called playmaking. Being someone that seeks out their teammates, making the extra pass.
Outside Tatum, and he drives in. Buzelis grabs the board. And a wide open look for MP. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Pass to Davison. The 3 from Tatum. Chicago grabs the miss. To the wing on the left. Back to MP. And he makes that one. MP's got 46 points.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Dosunmu, the pass to MP. Down low. Goes up on the block. On the money.
And what a competitor. I mean, he's been looking for a shot all game long. He shouldered almost the entire load for them offensively.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
MP has been slinging 40s like it's nothing lately.
Is that MP or MVP? Man's out here running the game.
Come on, man. You know how we do.
Hey, man, you keep this up, the whole world's gonna know how you do it, bro. That trophy gonna be ours.
Ours?
Yeah, we're all a part of the team, baby.
Come on, man. You know I'm just playing with you.
Yeah, all right, man.
Not even Shaq could dominate a game on offense like that. Be careful. These fans move Santa, and you ain't no Santa. Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Star Spangled Banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let's get it.
For that lovely performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back, folks. All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Wednesday, they kick off a road trip in Brooklyn, where they'll take on the Nets. And then on Thursday, the Chicago Bulls come to town, kicking off a homestand for them.
This road stretch could be rough. They just haven't executed at all away from home. So they're going to have to figure out those problems and figure them out soon.
And the starting group for Chicago. MP is out there with Kobe White. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's You.The, and it's Vucevic in at the center spot. And for Philadelphia, they've got Joel Embiid. Trey Mann out there with Edwards. And it's Yabusele in at the 4. And we've got All-Star Weekend fast approaching. I'm sure all the players are looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're competing that weekend, it's an honor and a lot of fun. And for the guys that aren't, it's a few welcome days of rest and relaxation.
And the Bulls start out with the ball. Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic slams it in.
All the reach you need to throw it down there. Vucevic making it look easy.
Up top man, covered by MP. And Embiid throws it down.
Crashes the glass with a 40, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end. What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
So it's Philadelphia now, after the basket by Chicago. First quarter of play, a minute in. To the middle. Here's Vucevic, and he banks in the layup.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
The 76ers have gone 1 for 3 so far. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Dosunmu. Here's Mann. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets. And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And so he hits both.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. 13 feet out. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Rebound by the Bulls. Coming into this, having knots to win against Boston in their last game.
Oh, man, they were in total control. Really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance. And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Basket's good.
Hey, go to that whenever you can. I mean, Embiid has a huge advantage in size and skill.
And it's Buzelis that time on the assist by MP.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him. Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Buzelis grabs the board. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Hernandez, count it, 2 for 4 from the field now.
Young fella does not let the contact distract or bother him. Business-like finish from MP.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Celtics just played phenomenal. He dropped 48 points, and he didn't waste any of his chances, putting up an impressive field goal percentage. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play. For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So, at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
76ers trail by 8. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Markkanen. Outside Edwards. Pass to McCain. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Mann. Can they get it? He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Back to MP. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. MP's got 10 points.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution. 10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Yabusele. No points so far. Edwards, no good.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
That one falls.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish. That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Yabusele. Inside. Here's Mann. Second shot opportunity. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by White.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration. All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless. The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
It's Markkanen on the wing. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Philadelphia shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. Both teams making substitutions here. MP outside. Grant outside. Giddey finds MP. Now White. Back to MP. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
76ers trail by 17. And so in the game for the Bulls, we've got Jeremy Grant, Josh Giddey out there with MP. Then it's Buzelis, and it's White in at the 3 slot. Now here's Markkanen. He had 16 in the win against Milwaukee.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
White with it, picked up by Embiid. White, the pass to MP. Here's Buzelis. The kick out to White. And there's a 3-second violation. Both teams deciding to change it up. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Pass to McCain. Now here's Embiid.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Embiid muscles through the contact.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer, Allen Iverson, back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable. They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now. Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knocks out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Bulls leading by 15. MP finds White. MP right side. Rebound by Philadelphia. Mann's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Here's McCain. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end. Always in attack mode.
Buzelis' shot is good.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays. If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on. Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Oh, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander. That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
76ers trail by 15. Here's Embiid. Chicago with a rebound. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now. With the teardrop, and MP with a basket on the assist by Buzelis. Hernandez got 22 points. Outside man. No good on the triple. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. It's the Bulls leading by 17. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome to the half, as we first take a quick glance at the injury report from around the league. And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that, Ernie? I sense Shaq getting restless over there.
Hey, my mistake, big fella. Someone put crazy talk on the teleprompter. I was just, going along with it for giggles.
I'm not giggling, Ernie.
Come on, try it. Come on. I bet I can make you giggle. Come on.
I'm ticklish.
Come on. Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the 76ers.
I think it's funny watching these guys play defense. This is a circus, and they're getting clowned.
Giving up too many easy looks for sure, but who knows? Maybe after intermission, they'll bring out the Tigers. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted. Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Edwards, Trey Mann out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players, Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot. Oh, excellent hustle by MP. He deserved to be rewarded with the bucket for his effort.
Throws it up high.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest. What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Yabusele. Chicago making their last shot down low. Here's Mann. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Buzelis. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Showing a good IQ for the game. MP feeding a guy ready to score.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's McCain. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Here's the three. Man, misses.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Hernandez laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Hernandez got 6 points in the quarter.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
That one's good for 2.
Embiid's mid-range touch is really improving. It's noticeable.
White, the pass to MP. And MP throws it down.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
So it's Philadelphia now. Chicago making their last shot. McCain shot is off. Chicago leading by 23. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. Here's Yabusele. Pass to McCain. From outside the arc. Chicago with a rebound. It's off to Detroit after this game, where they will face the Pistons. It'll be their second game of a 4-game road trip. Good on the bucket. Hernandez got 12 points in just the second half.
Boy, MP is just filleting this defense. I mean, they've got no answers for him right now.
And Philadelphia calls time here. So Chicago ends up going with a new group. And let's take this chance to call out our Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MP.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently.
He's checked in for Chicago. MP comes in for Ball.
Get yourself a round of applause.
Back to MP. Melton on the wing. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Butler against MP, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Clark, in your opinion, how does social media affect the game?
Monumental ways. One, I think the most direct way is that it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how they're going to engage with their fans directly. Player to fan without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways, except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there in the stratosphere.
On the court for the Bulls, Josh Giddey out there with Ball. Then it's MP, then there's D'Anthony Melton, and it's Grant in at the 5, down low. And here's Butler outside, and it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 7 rebounds in the game.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
And here's Butler outside. Buries it from 3.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
MP, that one's good.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The shot by Butler, no good.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And got it! Another basket!
And no one can stop him. It's another 40-point game, and he's had a bunch of them.
And with tonight's performance, he's now tied for 4th on the single-season 40-point game list. Marking it outside. Pass to Embiid. Clock at 6. Well, Clark, we're used to seeing a coaching carousel, but in recent years, even winning teams have changed coaches.
Well, you know, that is true, and at least the profession is getting a pay raise overall. But for teams looking to break through, BA, changing the coach still seems to be the default button that most teams like and are more comfortable pushing.
Terry's checked in for Chicago. A nice shot by MP.
Does not get any easier than that for MP, capitalizing in tight.
Philadelphia has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Man, and it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the inside. And Ball with the basket on the assist by MP. Hernandez got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Outside Edwards. There's a screen. Back to man. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Grant. Philadelphia with another miss. Chicago has gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Bulls.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with this win, they will now have 52 victories for the year.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Fires for 3. Man misses. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Back to MP. And McCain pulls it down. Outside man. Good D by Ball. And so here is Chicago. Pass to Terry. Ball outside. And here's Grant. Back to MP. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Up top man. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. So long, everybody.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
Go.
So you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. Throw them buffs on MP. We're in the D. These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Up next, the Pistons taking on the Bulls. For the Detroit Pistons, they've stumbled here at the midway point of the season, looking to get back on the right track tonight. Bulls, the Pistons on 2K Sports. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And here in the middle of winter, some teams feeling the cold in the power rankings. Others remaining hot. Take a look at the Lakers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Chicago, they've fulfilled expectations and then some. Riding high down the back 9 now, looking invincible.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic. Then it's MP. And it's White in at the 2. And for Detroit, inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Cunningham is out there with Christie. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And well over halfway into the season now, GA, how much have the rookies changed since the start of the season?
Kevin, most are completely different players, right? The foundation was there, but they know their role on the team, and it's more about refining their game than learning it.
Here's Christie. Thompson with it. Buzelis grabs the board. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to MP. Detroit with the rebound. Thompson, high post. MP's there. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
Now, first and foremost, it's the athletic ability and that raw talent. It's there for Asar Thompson. He's just got to keep developing and refining all the little micro skills.
And there's Buzelis on the assist by White.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Inside, here's Cunningham, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
And this is where Cade Cunningham showing his ability to get above the rim as a point guard. This makes him special.
To the paint, here's Hernandez, and MP throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
3 break. Vucevic with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Bucket is good. Hernandez has got his second bucket.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
Last outing for Chicago. They won that game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Harris passes to Christie. Cunningham up top. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Cunningham is right there.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's MP, and he uses the glass on the layup. Hernandez has got 6.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Cunningham for 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. Bulls have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Buzelis, good, and it's MP picking up the assist. 5 points in the game.
Smart pass by MP. Great to see a young player making the right decisions with the ball.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Pistons making a change here. Porter's checked in. Josh Giddey's checked in for the Bulls. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last game against Philadelphia played some huge minutes. He tallied 50 points, and he was dominant at the offensive end with a high field goal percentage as well. He really worked hard in that game and put up some big numbers as a result. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Cunningham kicks to Harris. Here's the three. Cans it from downtown.
A solid three-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
Back to MP. And the dunk by MP.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Harris. The Bulls getting the bucket. Doesn't go that time. Buzelis with the ball. Harris is there. Shot's good by Hernandez.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Cunningham finds Harris. Back to Cunningham. Looking to end his cold spell. Chicago grabs the miss. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders. The way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
So it's Detroit now. The Bulls getting the bucket. And stolen by Giddey. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Cunningham after the Bulls pick up 2. Good work there as it goes.
I like this attitude on this possession from Cade. Just really confident getting into that J.
To the inside. Hernandez can't get it to go. There's the lob to Durant. And that one is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And thanks again for two. Check in for Detroit. Cunningham comes in for Asar Thompson. Taking a look at the Bulls. They've got Kobe White. Grant is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Hernandez in at the point. Here's Cunningham. Makes it off the glass. Cunningham's got 10 points.
And Cunningham looking confident down low, just understanding if he takes his time, he can get the job done.
Hernandez, and the dunk by MP.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Porter against Giddey. Porter, no luck.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Grant, some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
And a wide open look for Porter. And Cunningham is right there. 12 points for him.
And Cade at his size, when he's going in there and willing to get dirty, it's a great way to pick up extra points.
Back to MP. That one goes in.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Detroit's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. And it's in there. Cunningham's got 6 here in this quarter. So for Chicago, their last game, a win against the 76ers.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Chicago leading by 22. To the middle, here's Hernandez, and the dunk by MP.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
43 seconds left in the second quarter. Cunningham outside. Connects from three-point range. Cunningham's got 17.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Here's Cunningham. The shot's good. Cunningham's got 19 points.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Bulls out front, delivering the blowout. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Chicago Bulls.
They're giving a master class in ball movement right now, running the offense, finding the open man, and it leads to a bunch of high percentage looks.
Yeah, great chemistry at that end. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Wizards, they're going to be tested on both ends. But we're talking to these guys. They're ready for it. They're hyped, man. This one could have a playoff feel.
That's going to be a problem for Miami
Love
Heat.
that. So would we.
That was a good job, Kenny.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we're grading playmaking, today it's an A+ from him.
Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Christie is out there with Cunningham. And it's Duran in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
White against Christie. Cunningham for three. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
They have been dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. Love the energy that MP plays with. His young legs let him get to the open floor and finish it.
The Pistons have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Christie the pass to Harris. Cunningham outside. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. Cunningham's got 22.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Down low, here's Hernandez, and MP throws it down.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Pass to Christie. Thompson in the corner. Harris outside. The Pistons working the ball around now. Nailed from three-point land. Christie's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Now Dosunmu. Back to MP. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Thompson outside. A little under 2.5 minutes going by here in the third. And a wide open look for Cunningham. A three-pointer off the mark.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
MP's shot is good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Cunningham passes to Duran. Back to Cunningham. Off target with his three.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Dosunmu, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Detroit's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
DK doing a great job of figuring out how it is that he's going to stay this efficient.
To the right side. Back to MP. Rebound, Detroit. Cunningham's got 7 rebounds in the game. Over Buzelis. Cunningham's shot is off. The Bulls have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And they pick up 2. 26 points for Cade Cunningham.
A good eye from the mid-range. It's part of what makes Cunningham so dangerous.
Inside, here's MP. Detroit with the rebound. Cunningham's got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's the lob to Duran.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And the Bulls decide to take their first time out here. Both teams will make substitutions. Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Taking a look at the Bulls, they've got Jeremy Grant, MP out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. Here's Christie. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it. Pistons shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Cunningham against MP. And Duran slams it in.
Duran, one of the league's most powerful players, he doesn't mess around close to the basket.
Pass to MP. Again, what an avalanche!
Another outstanding game for him. He has been a consistent offensive force all year.
Only 3 other players in all of NBA history have more 40-point games in a season than he does. A Up again. It's good on the putback.
There's the hustle that Duran provides and prides himself on. Terrific putback.
MP kicks to Giddy. Back to MP. And that comes off the assist by Giddy. Giddy's got assist number 5 here tonight. And the Pistons with possession. Christie the pass to Thompson. Now here's Cunningham. Covered by MP. Basket good. Cunningham's got 28.
And that's some force coming from your 6'7", 6'8" point guard. That's tough to stop.
Melton finds MP. Good on the bucket.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Cunningham for 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Hernandez can't get it to go. Pistons shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Cunningham's shot is off. You've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Good, he hits again.
My goodness, 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Cunningham. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cunningham's got 30. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Grant finds Giddy. Here's MP. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Here's Cunningham. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
You earned that one. MP got the job done tonight, as usual. Time to warm up. Be ready to rock.
Well, I gotta get off chat. I'll be back. I will see y'all in a minute. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll talk to y'all in a little bit.